jet flying son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Petty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elder, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing son up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered a leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and you're watching Off Script. All right, listen, shout out to my girl Ty. This intro stay fire. You know how I does it. Listen, I am so geek. I got some great freaking news today. I'm gonna break it here with y'all. But let me get to my special announcements. You already know what it is, my man. Kofi Hemmingway from the Bowl and Strike Zone. He's in here. You know, bowl, strike, bowl again. All right. He's up in here as he does so well on Monday mornings. Okay. Also, listen. If you haven't joined the Off Script membership, what are you doing? What are we doing? It's $4.99, okay? It's $4.99. You can pick whatever level you want, but it starts at $4.99. That's like a bar of Snickers. It's not even a Snickers bar. You spend more money at Starbucks, okay? Stop playing me. All right, support the channel, all right? Also, I have finally updated the podcast. Take y'all butts over to Apple or Spotify. Make sure you leave a review. If you don't like me, say you don't like me. If you love me, say that you love me, okay? But just leave a review. Put something in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Whatever. Just leave a review. Stop being cheap with the reviews. All right? All right? Stop doing that. All right? Stop doing that. And also, Everyday Entrepreneur coming soon. All right, we're gonna get that set up for next year. All right, we're gonna get all this position ready, started up for next year. This year is coming down to a close too fast. I don't want to rush anything. All right, so it is what it is. And also, please don't forget bandwagon signing day, January 3rd. All right, you already know what it is. Bandwagon signing day, January 3rd. All right. Make sure you there. All right. Sponsored by Slow Burn. All right. That's a new sponsor for my signing day. All right. I got a cigar sponsor. So check me out. Check me out. Check me out. All right. Sponsored by Slow Burn. All right. So listen, special announcement. All right. I need a drum roll sound effect, baby. That's what I need. I need to get there. I need something like that. You know what I'm saying? Give me one of those. All right. Listen, special announcement. All right. Special freaking announcement. Listen, let's be real. Can we be real for a minute? Can I be real with y'all for a minute? Kofi, I know you're in the background. We coming to you. I promise you. We gonna get to you. I promise you. But I gotta be real with a minute. Listen, you already know my slogan, Captain Petty, Sergeant Smoke, right? So let's keep it a whole buck. Who was interviewing players before me? I need that nobody button. Nobody. Come on, babe. Who was doing it before me? Nobody. And go back and watch it. All right, go back. And now everybody want to jump on the interview bandwagon. All right, everybody wanna interview somebody. Now everybody want to interview players. All right. Since you all want to be, hey, how you go? I wanna be like Mike Powell. You wanna be like Scotty. Okay, you want to be like Scotty. So pull this out your ass. Andrew Buddy is going to be on the channel here January 5th live, baby. Pull that one out your ass. Pull it. See what you can do with that one. Andrew Buddy. Andrew Buddy. Come on. If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn on that. If you think I'm here to play around with you, I am not. I am not. Andrew Buddy is going to be on the channel here live January 5th. Just want to do that. So since everybody want to interview somebody, all right, since everybody want to interview somebody, pull that one out your ass, all right? Next up, my favorite co-host, my only co-host, well, Blue is my other co-host, from the Bowl and Striking Bowl Zone, my man, Kofi Hemmingway. What's good, Kofi? Talk to me.
Ho, ho, ho. There.
There you go.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yo.
Was Santa Claus good to you, bro?
Man, he was, man. Listen, he's giving me a beautiful queen, and she's my everything. She's a gift that keeps on giving. I promise you that.
Oh, Sundown.
Yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving. I ain't gonna lie about that one. I can't lie about that one. Gift that keeps on giving. So I'm good. I never really asked for nothing on Christmas, no gifts or presents, but the young lady keeps me going.
Praise Jehovah, man. That's good stuff right there.
Thank you. What about you? How you and your kids do?
Well, we did good, man. My wife did some gumbo for Christmas.
Oh,
Ooh, bruh. With some rice. Ooh, bruh. And some fried fish. We went in. We had a good time.
ooh, that sounds good as a mug. All right, listen, Kofi. I know. Listen, we're about to get into it, but first of all, I still gotta be petty, man. Listen, and I usually don't like to bring you involved into my pettiness because what I'm saying, that's not really your lane. You know what I'm saying? You're Mr. Professional. But listen, a lot of people still want to know. A lot of people are still asking me. I see your face everywhere I go, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them? Hey, tell me, have you seen them? Oh, have you seen them? Because I haven't seen them. If you see something,
Find Obama.
1-800-FIND-OBAMA. If you see something, that's what they say. That's what they say at the airport. If you see something, say something. And I ain't seen them. I have not seen them. 1-800-FIND-OBAMA. I saw their face everywhere I went, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them? Tell me, have you seen them? I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them.
Something else.
Listen.
I thought I was bad, but bruh, you on a whole different level, bruh.
Whole nother, man. I'm in a whole nother zone, man. It's the off season too, so I gotta make up stuff. So I'm like Michael Jordan. I'm just making up beefs. I don't even care. I'm out here just making up. But real talk though, see, people talk about Tyler putting out content. That's not the point. No, they're missing the point. Where is that? Why didn't you bring Uncle Neely on and ask him about the freaking loss? That's all I want to see. I don't want to see no background footage of Jackson State. I can give a damn about some pregame speeches. I don't care about none of that. Why haven't you brought Tylee Carr on and asked him about the after the game? Ask him about what happened during the game. I don't care about none of that other stuff.
I mean, that's pretty easy, man. It ain't nothing to talk about. Buddy Pugh and them players came in and they started throwing the Tigers all over the field. That's what happened. They got mollywopped. They got beat. I mean, it ain't a whole lot to say.
Listen, this is my thing, though. This is my thing, Kofi. Can we be real for a minute?
Let's do it.
If they would have won, Kofi, come on now. If Jackson's, we would not have been able to live it down. They would have been on every major news outlet. Shador and them would still be dancing in the locker room with the shades on and all that extra stuff. What are we doing? No, I'm not getting off nobody's heads because we all know for a fact if Jackson State would have won, Deion would still be posting pictures with the trophy. You know that's why they call me Cody, right? You know that's why they call me Cody, right? You know that's why they call me Cody, right? That's why we got the freshman All-American, right? That's why he got the Jerry Rice Award winner, right? They would still be making stories. Christmas time, you would have seen Shador dancing with the trophy, all that extra stuff. No, I'm on everybody's freaking head. Miss me with that. One more time. I see your face everywhere I went, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them?
Bruh.
Tell me, have you seen them?
Bruh. That darn non-rhyming lyrical jive you just put out there. Try to give me that verse again. I got to help you out. Try to do it again.
All right.
You all louder with it and everything. Go.
All right, go get it. I see your face everywhere I go, on the street or even at the picture show.
Okay,
have you seen them?
That rhyme. You was all in the Never Land, just made up some words and like you had forgotten or something like that, like one of them American Idol wannabes or something like that. But
oh man, listen, my job is not to sing, but I'm gonna sing when I need to. All right, hey, Coffee. They said you gotta fix your collar. Your collar. Look,
oh, you right.
I don't come on your channel looking any kind of way. I don't
Wait.
come on your channel looking any way.
Is it straight?
Yeah, you good. He said it's great. Oh man,
Doing
hey,
all that extra, man, had me laughing and everything that messed it up. But go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to Mama Judy who's watching this in Ohio. Shout out to my man Jamal in the living room. They checking me out on the live screen, on the big screen. So shout out to them. And why I only got 71 likes? Get my likes up. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. All right, let's get into it. All right. Now we talked about earlier when we gave the grade for Alabama State. And I think we gave them. I think I gave them a C. You gave them a what? A C as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but you know, for me, after deliberating, and I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, what do I really need to do about that? and what I felt in my spirit was they needed an incomplete. An incomplete. I'm gonna give them an incomplete. Because we don't know whether it's not enough information, but that staff he's putting together is coming on in there.
All right, so let me bring this up for you so you can give a new grade, all right, of what you believe that this staff is doing. All right, so let me bring this up for you. All right, so you know that's their new motto, sell as one. All right, that's their new motto. Not Yo, I am the pettiest of the petty. Sell as one. That's I need to go somewhere. All right, so you got the OC Harry Williams coming from Morehouse. All right, you got the linebacker coach Tracy Buchanan. You got Gregory Ruffin as the running back coach, Miles Brandon, Alex O-Lyman, and then the Jacoby Jones.
Gregory Ruffin related to Reggie Ruffin?
I believe so. But but no, I don't think. Okay, the Ruffin I heard, I think they said this is the Ruffin that that was with Comedy. They said this is the Ruffin that was with Comedy. So I don't know, but so that's all I can for you. But you know, they'll tell us in the comments. They'll tell us in the comments. So okay, so now you see the general of the, you see the most of the staff. You know, you already knew the D coordinator was going to be Travis Pearson, head coach Eddie Robinson. These are kind of the big names. You know, Harry Williams, Jacoby Jones. What do you give them now, Kof?
This staff is not complete because I don't see nothing about special teams. And they cousins. Yeah, they cousins. Okay.
Appreciate that, Coach Hart.
Okay. I don't see anything about special teams. And who is the defensive coordinator?
Travis Pearson.
Okay. I'm gonna give it. If I could give it, I'm gonna still give it an incomplete because I want to see who they have over special teams. But offensively, I would give it a B+.
A B+?
Give it a B+ because Alex Jackson was our offensive coordinator at FAMU. So if he's just doing offensive line after coming from the University of Tennessee, he not only brings insight on how to coordinate what they're going to be trying to do, but he also gives intel on the other SWAC teams because he coached at Prairie View, and he has insight on what FAMU is doing from an offensive set that he'd be able to communicate to the defensive team. So that double duty, if that's the case, if Jacoby Jones is double dutying as special teams, I'm going to still, I don't know. So I give it a B- then.
Right. You must be grading on the curve. You got to be grading on the curve because there's no way that this hire with a 4-6, 7-3 offensive coordinator gets over a B for me. I'm staying in the same. I gave Eddie Robinson higher by itself a C. I'm giving this a high. I'm giving this a C-, and I'm going backwards. No, real talk. The reason I'm going backwards is because if I'm being honest, Travis Pearson was the only thing saving you in this building and in this coaching hire because of the fact of his defense has proven itself over the years at Alabama State, and we all knew what it was. All you needed to do was get an offensive coach that was a great offensive mind. And I'm not saying that Harry Williams is a great offensive mind. What I'm saying is that it hasn't been proven on the levels of at Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, why not go out and get somebody who is dominated on offensive level? Let me tell you what this hire was on Harry Williams, and this is what brings it all down for me. What brings it all down for me is like a PWI school looking in the SWAC, and they're like, okay, we got DT from A&M, we got TC from Jackson, we got KJ from FAM. You know what we gonna do? We gonna go to UAPB and get their offensive coordinator. Like, what? That don't make no sense. Like, you gonna go to the team that couldn't score no points? Like, that's what you gonna do?
Woo.
Well,
now, at the same time, a lot of these offensive, being that they're getting late in the game, and I'm not giving them an excuse or a pass because they went on ahead and hired Eddie Robinson to be their coach. So you get what you can get. But Morehouse was competitive, and I think with the addition of Alex Jackson, they're gonna be formidable, provided they can get some personnel with the quarterback. Because with their skill position people, they were kind of good, and their offensive line was young.
Yeah, it was. It is.
That was a decent offensive line that, even in the spring, you saw them kind of like coming together. They get some more cohesiveness, some depth, and get some good, solid QB play. They're like 1 or 2 players away from, this being a significant upgrade. They're not there yet because A&M, FAMU, Jackson State, they're still going to be, and Valley are going to be a whale of a gauntlet, and you still got to beat Cookman and whoever else in the West. So they got a lot to prove. I know that it's going to seem, a lot of people are going to be picking at them for a long time till they actually come out of it. But, they have an opportunity to prove everybody wrong because, I'm still looking at them side eye about this whole thing when they had an opportunity to get Sumlin and Hugh.
So your grade was a B+, right? You said a B+?
No, I said B-.
Oh, okay, B-. Okay, B-. I said a C-. So you went up because you went from incomplete to a
B- because I know Alex Jackson. The thing that's giving me some kind of hope for them is Alex Jackson and Jacoby. But even that whole double duty with the whole special teams, I think that's just a shortcut. And that's probably a sign that I don't know what the budget is or whatever. And I know Jacoby was a whale of a returner, right?
Killer,
but
yep.
That's a lot of times now. I want to say the saving grace with that is the fact that he was under Jim Harbaugh, not Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think that's Jim. Or is it John?
John Harbaugh.
Oh, okay.
The one that's at the Ravens.
Yeah, John.
Okay. That Harbaugh is an incredible coach. He's a special teams guru, and I know that he spent a lot of time. I know he learned a lot with special teams, especially from the return aspect. Mm-hmm. For me, as we'll probably get into later, it's more than finding a kicker or punting the ball and just having somebody talented back there to return. It literally comes down to how you set your wedge and your scheme.
Facts. Big facts. I can definitely agree with that. So we'll see how that goes. Once again, the motto is sell as one, everybody. If you didn't know, sell as one. Okay, sell as one. Oh, man, lovely. Hey, Eddie Robinson is doing it big down there. Eddie Robinson is doing it big down there. Shout out to them. Shout
Did
out
to
you say
Petty Robinson?
I said Eddie. I said Eddie Robinson.
It sounded like you said Petty Robinson.
No, I did not. No, okay. I said the Rocket Mortgage Hornets are doing their thing down there. All right, they're doing their thing. All right. Anyway, what on God's green earth is taking PV so long to hire a coach? What have you heard?
All right, I'm gonna nicely state this, that the AD apparently is incompetent.
And that's nice. You said that nicely. That's nice.
Well, I mean, that was the nicest thing I was gonna say some more stuff. All right, but the AD apparently does not necessarily have the backing, the whole backing of the alumni, doesn't have the backing of the administration. So when you have stuff like that that's going on within your athletic department, it's hard to get funds. It's hard to get confirmation. He won't be able to answer any of the real candidates' real questions in regards to the direction of the program, because it's not guaranteed that he's going to even be there long term. You know, and what it is a sign that the administration didn't have the necessary value for that position, that they hired somebody that doesn't necessarily know what they're doing. Because for me, you had an opportunity as soon as even with the spring, after the spring, we knew that Dooley was interested with Southern.
Yeah.
To not have a short list of candidates who were ready to come in was already a bad sign. On top of that, everybody knew that Sumlin wanted to be there, or at least had expressed interest. Ed Reed expressed interest. Ray Lewis expressed interest. Frazier expressed interest. And then you still had quality head coaches like Ruffin out there, Giardini at Albany State, and the guy at Bowie State. What's his name?
Damon Wilson.
Excellent coaches, and to not even have a clue in terms of this day and age, we're closing out December without somebody in the seat.
That's crazy.
So you're way behind in recruiting, regardless of what the staff has tried to do to try to save face. This is a talented football team with championship aspirations, but with the way that they're handling it, it's not cool. And then what you're going to end up with is players get frustrated and they get in the portal, and then adios.
Deuces. Now,
and that's not cool. But I'm blaming three things. I'm three areas. I'm blaming the Prairie View administration for not having or sensing the urgency of the matter, to jump in and say, hey, we have to get this hire right. It just literally seems like they don't give a damn. So you got that aspect of it, right? The second part that I'm blaming, obviously I'm blaming the AD, okay? Because, bruh, you had about 6-7 months to come up with 3 people that you felt like would be an asset to your program. To not have anybody's ridiculous. Okay? And lastly, I'm blaming the Prairie View alumni. Because y'all have to look within. Because had this been at a Grambling or a Jackson State or a FAMU or a Southern, we would have been pitching a fit, just straight up. You know, and that tells me that you're not as engaged as you need to be to light a fire under the people that are called to serve your institution. Okay? And that's unacceptable. Y'all got to wake up. And this has been a sign really with Prairie View, because that's why they don't even get like 8,000 to 10,000 people at their game. And you're in a huge metropolitan area in Houston where at the very least they should be drawing at least 20,000 a game. But the mere fact that the stadium only seats 15,000 tells me where your level of commitment is and where you want to try to go. Nice stadium, nice facilities. Y'all could have had a world-class coach immediately. It's a great opportunity to be able to coach in Texas, Louisiana, and it's apparent that they don't have the heart really for
athletics.
For athletics or the football program that they should. You know, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that maybe they were just so traumatized by what happened to them in the late 80s and the 90s with that losing streak that many of their alumni was like, man, we suck so bad. I ain't even studying athletics. Let me get my degree and get up out of here. We have lost 80 straight games.
So
I don't care.
So this is my thing, Kof. You know, because I know PV fans are like, dang, Kof, like, you know, wait, hold up, like you just wailing on us. But this is my thing, man. I'm
fault, man. There's no way you can say that you love your institution the way that you do, and you come to one game a year at homecoming, you tailgate, you do all this stuff, don't give to the program, don't buy season tickets, could care less about showing up. Y'all don't even show up at the darn Prairie View, Texas Southern. That game should be at least 50,000. At least.
So, but you got to understand. Well, like you don't understand. But to me, from what I got an email from a coach outside the SWAC that's played in the SWAC, and he was like, with PV, the situation is they're so used to eating off that Texas A&M money that they don't care about. They don't have to deal with the same, you know, promotion and pushing the game and things like that because of the simple fact of they got it. You know what I'm saying?
That's leadership. That's laziness. And that's what I call negativity. Okay? Straight up negative. That's a lack of leadership to not build on that program. I mean, Texas A&M has freaking flat screens in the lockers. Flat screens, practically water fountains with refrigerators, you know, fans, air conditioning, bruh. And they sitting up there talking about we are part of the system. No. Go beyond the system. Go beyond the system. Help your program. Light a fire. You literally could be like Prairie View is close to being like a blue blood program. You know, they've got history there. It's not like they're without champions. They've never won.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that, you know, at one point, just their focus just got off, and the administration stopped giving scholarships to athletes, man, and just went down in the doldrums. But it's not that case. That's not the case right now. They've got good facilities in the state of Texas, bruh. That's championships just waiting to happen in multiple sports.
Okay, so let me say this, and we'll move on. Like, for me, is this: if you don't know where you're going, just put the interim tag on Bubba and let him rock out for the year, and then revisit it, because you can't keep having the whole program up in flux. You know what I'm saying? Just put the interim tag on him. You didn't do your due diligence by having it already planned out. If the alumni don't like them, they can fire them in the upcoming season, or however you want to do it, and then move into a new head coach maybe in the after season of the next year. But just go ahead and put the interim tag on Bubba, let him get his staff in there, and let him do what he can do.
And that's going to kill the recruitment, because again, you're not recruiting against 80 SWAC people who gonna be kind of like nice and kind of like uplift and go that unification route.
Mm-hmm.
You recruiting against Dion. You're recruiting against Hugh Jackson. You're recruiting against Dooley, who coached at your team. All of them gonna be like, y'all don't even have a darn head coach. Why would you go to Prairie View?
Yeah.
Like, why would you go to Prairie View? They don't even have the courage to even give somebody a real, or take the interim tag off and give somebody that title. And it tells you that they don't care, just simply because, you know, the fans don't even attend the game. I mean, bruh, you got to get somebody in there. You have to get somebody in there. And if they're going to hire Bubba McDowell, I say give him at least a 3-year deal with the option to buy it if he don't perform.
Easy. If you're not going to go ahead and do a big hire or splash. All right, next up, you brought him up. Hugh Jackson is rounding them boys up. Cali heavy. All right, I talked about on my channel yesterday. He got these 3 big 6'4", 6'5", 6'5" receivers. He got an offensive lineman. You know, he got the quarterback. What are your thoughts on the Hugh Jackson in his recruiting path as of right now?
He's blowing it out of the water, straight up. I mean, Grambling was already competitive. You know, they had a couple of real lackluster games, you know, against FAMU and definitely against UAPB. But everybody else, they were competitive with, I would say. They beat Southern. They beat Alabama A&M. They could have beaten Alcorn. How did they beat Texas Southern? Who else did they beat?
Yeah.
You know, they're competitive. They weren't far away. They beat Tennessee State, who turned out to have a pretty decent team at the end of the year. So this is not, the cupboard wasn't bare at Grambling as it was. If Hugh Jackson had come in and just coached that team through, I felt like they would have been a better team. But they are clearly far and away a much better team going into the fall. And if I'm a Grambling-ite, I'd definitely be excited about my team because the personnel that he's bringing in are basically mismatches for many of the SWAC's DBs because they're kind of like on the short side.
Yeah. And I think, you know, from the recruits I've seen around, I see a lot of bigger DBs coming into the SWAC. I've seen a lot of 6 foot, 6'1" guys coming into the SWAC in recruiting. But absolutely, he was killing it. And this is my thing. I don't even know his staff. Like, if we being honest, like, all I know is his wide receiver coach and co-offensive coordinator is John Simon, the recruiter, and Hugh Jackson. That's all I know. And they out here doing business. I mean, just doing absolute business. So it's fun to see. I remember when I first got into this and Smash kept telling me, he's like, you know, Scotty, Grambling has to be good. Scotty, Grambling has to be good. Scotty, it's good for the SWAC when Grambling is good. And I think this is why I have an issue with what PV is not doing. Grambling said, look, we used to be the Black Notre Dame. We can't afford to be in the dumps too long. And if Dion is working for Jackson State, well, we can't get a Dion. Gosh darn it, we'll get a Hugh Jackson. And we'll go with it and see where it's taking us. Even off the pure excitement alone, you're going to get the notoriety. Off his name alone, like I said, you're going to get players. And the connection to Cali, and from what I heard, is like Louisiana. I think Mr. Campbell was explaining to me back in the days, like, certain highways were straight to certain cities. So like, you know, Mississippi to Chicago and Louisiana to California, they were like straight shots. So that's why you have that migration period. So now he's having that pipeline come back, you know, from Cali to Louisiana and all his connections there in that. It's going to be crazy. And I feel like I just want to see, and when I asked somebody who was part of the Grambling alumni, I said, I just would need him to upgrade the facilities. Because when I've talked to the kids, they said, Scotty, it's not like everybody else's. And I got to give the kids credit. They never bash their school. They never say it's trash. They never say, yo, I don't want to be here. They just said, I've been to the other schools. We're not at the level of those other schools. And I think Grambling-ites and alumni and board members, they need to back Hugh as much as possible and push the direction of where this program can go. And that starts with facilities to bring the players in and support the players in the program.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, again, just across the board, as HBCU alums, fans, supporters, whatever you call it, we all have to step up and go beyond our normal if we really want to see championship level football or championship level athletics. You can't put it all on the leadership of your institution to do. You got to have some more skin in the game in order to see your program elevated, you know, and to really take ownership of it. For those kids to be eating cereal on a game day is absolutely ridiculous.
Facts.
You know, just for the first time this thing happened with their facilities, I would have liked to have seen the football legacy, the football alumni individuals come together to do whatever you got to do to upgrade it. But there are grants available. There's alumni funds available. There should be a trust fund at Grambling by now. All of that stuff should be like almost like a reflex action at this point. For them to be struggling the way that they are speaks to the lack of engagement that's happening with the Grambling alumni. Because again, if you really cared, you can just look at attendance and see that they're not as engaged. And I know about the people in Dallas and all that stuff. That's not an excuse anymore. Somebody on that marketing team has to be able to engage Shreveport, engage Grambling, engage the little towns roundabout Louisiana. And if people can make a 3-4 hour trip to come and see the team, they need to do that.
Yeah, easily. All right. And last but not least, before we open up the call lines, Kofi, and listen, we need full fan participation. We got 325 people in here. Get my likes up as well. But the next segment is called SWAC Team New Year's Resolutions. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up a SWAC team, and we're each going to give them what we think their New Year's resolution should be going into the new year for football. All right. If you see the team, give the team your in the chat below. Put the team what you think the New Year's resolution should be as well. All right. So let me pull this up, man. This is gonna be funny. Oh my goodness, the stuff we come up with. All right. So let me share this real quick. All right, first up, the Golden Lions. All right, Kofi, give me a New Year's. And this is the motto, thinking new in 2022. Hey! You like that? I came up with that. I'm creative. All right, go ahead, UAPB.
Okay. So I need them to go like the lion that was in the Wizard of Oz. Say what you wanna, cause I'm here to stay, cause I'm a mean old lion. You can go where you wanna, but don't get in my way. I'm a mean old lion.
Something is wrong with you.
All right. They need some courage, man. They after that Alcorn game, they went all the way away. They need the line from the tribe of Judah to activate that team. To operate, look, under the anointing. As a New Year's resolution, I am a UAPB line and going to win homecoming. Or not lose homecoming by more than 20 points.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Scotty.
You said the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
I was talking about the Wiz, but let me go back to my song till you recover.
Oh my
you
God.
You can go where you wanna, but don't get in my way.
Oh my God.
I'm a mean old line.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna just let that one rock. I'm not even, I need to say something. I'm gonna say something, but God, that was funny. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to start going first. Oh, that was funny as hell. That boy said the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Oh man. Okay, so for me, the tribe of Judah, that just got me. Listen, I just need you to have a full roster. All right, New Year's resolution for UAPB is can we talk, not can we play, can we fill a roster? Okay, can you just get all the players to fill a roster? That's all I'm asking. All right, I'm not even gonna go with winning homecoming. I don't even just fill the roster. Okay, just do that for me, please and thank you. All right, next up, I would go first because I know what you're gonna say. Get a coach. All right, New Year's resolution: have a coach going into the new year. All right, I'm done. Go ahead. Go ahead. I stole yours. I know that's where you was going. Go ahead.
They need to get T'Challa out there. They need T'Challa to come back out there, and they need to drink that Black Panther.
Oh my God.
T'Challa. T'Challa. They need to be them people from the movie that did that little ritual right there. They need to be all standing on a mountain talking about, We need a coach. Coach. A coach. A coach.
Oh,
Wakanda forever over there, bruh.
oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, something is wrong with you.
They need that Black Panther herb, bruh.
Oh my gosh.
They
Hey,
need
the
that herb.
like police said get the likes up unless you want a commercial break. All right. The like police said get the likes up. All right, or you're going, or it's going to be a commercial break. All right, and Kofi flowing. He is in the spirit. He is flowing today. All right, Alabama State. What you got, Kof? Hit him with a little flight of the bumblebee. All right,
Fly to the bumblebee. Oh God.
oh,
All right. No more for sale signs. No more for sale signs. All right. As my New Year's resolution as an Alabama State alum is to beat Alabama A&M and no more for sale signs and no more excuses. Stop all that foolishness and stuff. Stop with the mafia and do what y'all supposed to do. All right. Business.
All right.
Business. Business.
Alabama State for the New Year's resolution is the investment going to get the ROI? All right, is your investment going to get the ROI? So your investment in Eddie Robinson, all right, is the equity in the deal going to be worth the cash on cash? Okay, that's what and if you don't understand real estate terms, that's what that is. All right, so the investment is the investment worth the ROI, and we will see that coming into the fall. All right, we will definitely see that coming into the fall. All right, Texas Southern, what you got?
Okay, more Andrew Buddy. Look, he's the man. So the resolution is to continue to build around him. To win that part of the SWAC, to win the SWAC West, you need better quality play up front. And the resolution for the team is discipline. Discipline. Y'all have already proven that you all can play with these guys. You've beaten a couple of them, but we need you all to be able to sustain it. And the only way you're going to be able to sustain it is to get some discipline.
All right, I like that. For me, is this. Everybody! Hey, listen, it's very simple. You got to get a defense, man. All right, you know you're going to pick. You know you can score. You know you can score with the points. So, listen, my New Year's resolution for Texas Southern is defense. Defense. Okay, that's what you need. Get behind the defense. Get it going. You should be able to make sure that you get very, very far in the SWAC. All right. Texas Southern is not your ordinary Texas Southern. Next up, Bethune-Cookman. All right. What you got on it, Kof? And make sure you get the likes up.
All right. All right. So you had a raggedy year in the SWAC year one, but really for this team is to just upgrade the talent on both sides of the ball. They were in a lot of games. I would say for their New Year's resolution is to upgrade their quarterback play. It was too inconsistent at the wrong time for them to get where they're supposed to be or to be the team that I believe that they could have been. And their strength level was down. So stop blaming everybody. You can't blame COVID no more. You got stability in the athletic department. Let's just get it done. Now, for me, I thought for sure that Brother Sims was going to be gone. But for some odd reason or another, he's still there. So if that's the case, and you all have shown that you're committed to him, you got to do so. He's got to do something about his personnel and get some more out of those guys. They play really hard, but they just play dumb. So I'm going to say, as a Wildcat, play smarter in 2022. And all three phases of the game. All
right. For me, I would say this. Growth. All right. The new year, your New Year's resolution should be growth. All right. And what I mean by that is you had a very young secondary. All right. Your team coming into the SWAC didn't know what they would expect to do. All right. You end up at the bottom. All right, so let's grow from here. All right, let's move forward. Let's grow. You got a veteran quarterback coming in to start with Jalen Jones. You get another year with your defense. You should be able to do something with your offense. Kamari Everett is coming back. That is freaking huge. All right, so growth. That would be my thing to Bethune-Cookman fans and Bethune-Cookman players is thinking new in 2022. Get that growth on. All right, next up. Valley. What you got, Kofi?
Shake the depth. No, that wouldn't work for them. Sorry. All right. Can't say bind the devil. All right. For the Delta Devils, man, really just keep building, bro. You got the right coach. You got the right program. What I'm gonna say is a challenge really to the alum. As an alum of Mississippi Valley State University, I pledge to support the program. Stop depending on Jerry Rice to do this by himself. That is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous at this particular point. You guys are really on the verge. You're on the verge of going to the next level. And cut that darn grass. Some turf for y'all kill somebody out there. We already got to wear off. But for real, support the program, people. That's the resolution. But Dancy, for real, just keep building. He's doubling up, man. They're getting all kinds of depth. It's just going to be interesting to see how these players are going to develop under his leadership. And, you know, you can't settle for playing close games. These close games have to turn into wins. So no more of those closet victories or those moral victories. No more moral victories.
All right. So I like a couple people what they put in the comment. And pretty much what you went finish. All right. So I like this one finish. He kind of stole my thunder. But this one right here. Get some new speakers. Jesus Christ, man. Listen, we was in the stands. My ears were bleeding every time they tried to talk to the speakers. They would have this like somebody put a mic next to the fix yo. I was about to say the S word. Fix your stuff. All right. Fix yo damn speakers. They are so bad. Jesus. But on the real, oh God, it was horrible. All right, but on real talk though, listen, Valley, do whatever you have to do to keep Dancy. That's all I'm gonna say. Because do whatever you gotta do to keep Dancy, because he's building something there, and it's gaining ground. It's gaining ground. Now, I think the field is their voodoo, their magic. But hey, if they get a new field, congratulations. But man, them speakers was bad, bro. So New Year's resolution. Fix your speakers, bro. I don't care if you gotta get a Bluetooth JBL speaker out there or something, man. Just auxiliary cord or something. But them speakers is bad. Shout out to Destin, man, for that one, because they was right. Thinking new in 2022. Grambling, what we doing?
It's all about Hugh in 2022, because Hugh is bringing those athletes in. He's making it happen, and let's get these guys. I would say. The resolution for 2022 is to get back to playing Grambling football, but more importantly, the Grambling Ice have to step up to the plate in this season. It's time to really step up in every area, step up in your attendance, step up in your giving, step up in your support, step up in your marketing, because Grambling is a blue blood program, but you don't treat it like so. You just like to put that G up there. You need to see more than the G in 2022. G means give. Give to your program and get some tickets. G for get some tickets. G for go to your own home games.
He got it rolling today. Hey, listen. Hey, don't steal that too, Grambling people. I know probably some people in the marketing department. Hugh for 2022. All right, that's actually pretty dope, and I'm gonna rock with that one. I like that. Hugh for 2022. That's it. Because listen, it lives and dies with what Hugh Jackson brings to this program and what he does at the quarterback position. So I absolutely think that should be the slogan going in for 2022. Is
forget some more food for them boys. G for feet, get them boys some soul food.
Hugh for 2022. All right, Hugh. No, that's not. Yeah, okay, no, because you're stealing that from somebody else. Okay, Hugh, that's clown. That's clownish. All right, we doing all in Hugh for 2022. All right, Hugh for 2022. That I like that. All right. Alabama A&M. What you got on it, Kof?
All right, so Maynard's doing a great job. He's doing his absolute best to.
Get your hands in this. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. That's funny.
All right, but Maynard's doing a bang-up job recruiting. He obviously does not want to lose by 50 at homecoming ever again. So obviously for them is to beat Jackson State. Beat Jackson State, get the big wins. For them now, they're another school that has an opportunity to really take their program to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they're what I would call a classic fan base. Okay, where they go to classics, they come to homecoming, but the rest of the home games they could care less about. Huntsville is a nice sized city with a ton of black people, lots of black people in Alabama. Their games need to be packed. So they need to resolve to support this team. You have the coach. You have the coach for your program. Support him. Get behind him because, it's not guaranteed that you're going to have this guy forever. So
that's true.
Please understand, you got a good thing. You want to take care of it while you got it.
All right. First thing first. Quincy Casey! You already know. All right, that's first things first. All right, Quincy Casey. All right, that's Quincy Casey Revenge Tour 2022. All right, and I'm gonna be lock in step with every bit of. I'm gonna be on the Quincy Casey watch. That's what I'm gonna call it, the Quincy Casey watch. Next up, listen. I know.
Wait, because this whole AMU thing is just getting to me and everything. So just don't let AMU stand for I am your bottom bitch for Jackson State. Don't let it stand for that. Y'all got to show up in this Jackson State game. Y'all cannot allow Jackson State to mollywop y'all again like they did. That is that is not gonna bode well in the near future. Y'all gotta do better. All right, I'm done.
All right, so my next, I know Donald Trump made this very famous. Build the wall. All right, get y'all but a defense. We see listen, I see y'all recruiting a lot of defensive players, but you got to hit on them. Okay, listen. You can bring everybody and their mama up there, but you got to hit on these players. All right, you got to hit on these players. They have to show up and show out. All right, so shout out to Maynard, Coach Maya, Coach DT, all of them getting these guys in there and trying to turn this thing around and make sure that they don't have that 60 piece put on them no more. All right. So yeah, you need to take it personal for real. Next up, Alcorn. What you got, Cove?
All right, so them boys went without shoes. So we gonna resolve to make sure that Alcorn has shoes at the beginning of the season. And they're going to make sure that they got all of the equipment that they need. Okay. On the real, Alcorn obviously fell short in the West. So I want to say they're on both sides of the ball. They lack consistency. So I'm going to say just really consistent. They need consistency in 2022. But just like Alabama A&M, they need to build that wall too, because their defense was getting gashed at too many times. They lacked endurance in the games for a team that spent all spring off and had time to train and get strong, or country strong, as they say. That was just ridiculous. So they're going to have to step up with their trench play. And if they get their trench play right, they're going to be all right.
All right. My thing is this. McNair, my New Year's resolution for Alcorn is McNair is going to have to be great. All right, because I haven't really seen this class. Alcorn needs McNair to be great. I'll say that. That's the New Year's resolution, is that Alcorn needs McNair to be great. He has to put in a lot of work and effort, because now that the SWAC is all upgrading and the talent influx, you're not able just to get the same kids that you do, or if you do get the same kids that you're used to getting, they're going to have to be coached up to the 10th degree now. So he is going to have to be great. He's going to have to replace Cedric Thornton, who went to Grambling for the DC job. So you got to replace your D coordinator, and you're going to have to replace Felix Harper. You're going to have to replace a lot of star players on your team, and McNair is going to have to show why he's as good why he's won Coach of the Year two, 3 times in the SWAC. So he's gonna have to put all that into work and show why he's great. So in McNair, and listen, 2022 again, in McNair I trust. All right, in McNair I trust. Next up, Southern. All right, Southern University, Southern. All right, what you got for him? Southern.
Dooley is, he obviously brought his whole staff, practically his whole staff with him. He did a pretty decent job signing a class. Really, again, they got to finish the drill in 2022. They came close with a number of teams. That cupboard is not bare at Southern University, but they got to finish. And they didn't finish against Texas Southern, didn't finish against FAMU, did finish against Jackson State. And those are games that you really got to win. They didn't finish against Grambling. They got to find a way to finish. And that's really the deal. I think that their line play has been pretty decent. But Dooley's going to have to get him a defense. Dooley for defense. Dooley for defense.
Like that.
Because, just Prairie View's defense has been, they were okay, mediocre. But in order to win the SWAC, they've got to step up with their defensive play, because defense ultimately wins championships, and they really didn't stop nobody when it really mattered. So, Dooley for defense. Defense for Dooley. Defense for Dooley in 22.
All right, listen. For me, it's very simple for Southern. No more excuses. All right. I've heard every excuse in the freaking book when it comes to Southern. Okay. We had an interim head coach. He left us in the middle of the season. We don't have this. We don't have that. We've never had a quarterback. We never had, oh my God. No. Okay. No more excuses. Okay. You went and got the coach you wanted. All right, because he's a Southern grad. He was with Pete Richardson and all those good era days, all this stuff. He's an offensive-minded guy, all this crap. He's supposed to be this and all this. No more excuses. You're thinking new in 2022. No more freaking excuses, okay? You either going to get it done or you're not. It's just that simple for me. No more freaking excuses. And I mean that on everything I love. All right, next up. Fam.
You.
Strike again, fam. Go ahead. What you got?
All right, it's FAMU. FAMU. Fam, I am you. All right. So listen. So I want to sing very special for them, because they need some very special teams. In 2022, I don't want to see no block punts. I don't want to see no block kicks. I don't want to see, I don't want to see fake field goals and fake punts for touchdowns and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrade the special teams unit, and this team has an opportunity to be special. Now, obviously, quarterback play is going to be key to their championship aspirations. But I believe in my heart of hearts that they really do have that solved. Based on my intel, they got some things coming down the pipe. So they're going to be all right. they're going to be all right in that area. But really, the little things, the attention to detail regarding special teams and even defensive and offensive schemes have to be upgraded in order for this team to take it to the next level. And quite frankly, more discipline in 2022. Team had way too many penalties to be a championship level team the way that they desire to be. So absolutely, man, the sky's there. So be special with the special teams in 2022.
Oh man, fam. All right, so fam, listen. It comes down to the OBC. All right, listen. It just that's what it comes down to.
Beat Jackson State.
Beat Jackson State. That's the only thing you listen. Beat Jackson State. Thinking new in 2022. Beat Jackson State. Because you know, if you come out the gate slow and you lose that game, you put yourself behind the 8 ball. And if you run the table, you're going to be begging for friends to get you into the playoffs where you get mollywopped again. All right. So listen, you don't want that to happen. Literally, you should just make a shirt that says beat Jackson State. That's it.
Oh, that shirt's already made, bro. That's already done.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Beat Jackson, they beat their ass. All right. So now everybody worry about Bishop, but running back depth is not a problem, man, fam. Coach Simmons is bringing in some horses on the offensive line, so they're going to be able to really run the ball. Make sure, guys, that you are liking and sharing. The key is going to be it's going to come down to the way that they plug those holes with the people that they lost. But it comes down to defense, but definitely beat Jackson State. Beat J State.
Beat Jackson. Listen, that's what it's come down to. Thinking new in 2022, beat Jackson State. And last but not least, the SWAC champs, Celebration Bowl losers. All right. Jackson State. What you got on it, Kofi?
I'm gonna boss, gonna hop in on skate. And hey, dog catch up, bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee bow.
Hey, yippee yo, yippee yay. All right. So what you got? Uh oh. Is that me or him? Is that him or me? Kofi, you froze. You frozen. All right, you back. All right, you back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I think them people that you was petty with didn't mess with the program.
Yeah, you froze right when I was talking trash.
But look, Jackson State's got to be able to. Obviously, that I think they were served a dose of humility in the Celebration Bowl, and they won the championship. So they're going to be chased like everybody. Deion said that he wants to dominate, but I don't necessarily see that happening because everybody's trying to get better to get them. And Chaseman, I think that South Carolina State gave a formula. So let's see if they can continue with that measure of consistency, or they're going to rest on their laurels and be cocky. So we'll see. We'll see with Jackson State.
Listen, can I get some adjustments? All right, listen. Thinking new. You want to know what thinking new looks like? How about you make some adjustments? Okay. Thinking new in 2022, Jackson State making coaching adjustments. They're
getting everybody but linemen, bro.
Yeah, dog.
They get everybody but linemen, and they really do need a kicker.
Oh, they got a kicker coming in. Oh, they got my boy Trey Gliff. Yo, he's legit from Atlanta. Oh yeah. Oh, that white boy can kick. Okay, so they straight on kicker. He's nasty. So. Nice. But 2022, I need some coaching adjustments. That's all I'm asking for. All right. Hey, call lines. Let me get these call lines open, guys. Once you hear the white lady, the call lines is open.
Hold on 1 second, Scotty.
All right, go ahead.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right. We can wait for a minute. But while we're gone and while we're waiting for my man Kofi, I just want to bring up listen, if you don't know, how about them Cowboys? I got 337 people on here. I just want y'all all to understand, how about them Cowboys Sunday Night Football doing what they do, destroying Bamas, okay?
Give me a break.
54-14. How about them Cowboys? I just want to be very. I just want to throw that in there real quick. You know, if you didn't know, now you know. All right, call lines are open. 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. If you have any questions, Cowboys, baby. All right. So, oh wow, I'm surprised we ain't got no. Let me see. Washington brought the heated season, got smacked. You dang right, they brought them heated season, got smacked. Kofi's team is the Dolphins. Y'all play tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all about to get smashed.
Yeah, we'll see.
We play Arizona next. We got the Cardinals next. All right. I see you, Deputy Mario. I see you with the membership, my boy. Got the icon. I peep you. All right. So it is what it is. We can see what these callers are going to look like. Let me see real quick. What I wanted to bring up. Oh, here you go. Got a caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, oh shit, that was quick.
Yeah, man. There's nobody on the call line. What's up? What's up? Talk to us.
Well, like you had some church vibes earlier. This is Calvin again.
What's up, Cal?
That somebody will get baptized real quick. I am about to anoint Jackson State. Hey, before I get into being foolishness, though, the whole SWAC is kind of upgrading on the defense. I think this next year is going to be kind of it's not going to be as high a scoring as this past year because like everybody's kind of upgrading on defense, except for people like Alabama State because they hired a real estate agent. So if I want to get my house for sale, I got talk to that name anyway. And it seems like to me, it's like kind of everybody seems like they're trying to upgrade on defense. Even A&M had no freaking choice. They should, if they sign any offensive player, they man needs a hand slap because I know they did, but you know what I'm saying? Like their defense is so bad. Like, dude, like stop. You know what I'm saying? FAMU. Hey, Mr. Hemmingway, what you think about that? Yeah, I got a lineman from Florida State, but he kind of lightened the booty. You know what I'm saying? He's like 260. He can't play the offensive lineman at 260.
Did you hear him, Cove?
What did he say?
He said, what about the offensive lineman that you guys picked up? He's 6'7", but he's a little light in the butt. He's only like 260.
Well, the thing is, with the schemes and stuff, you don't necessarily need weight. You need to be able to put a body on a body. And if you can block, you can block. So apparently they're going to work with him. He's going to be stronger by the time the fall come around. He's going to be all right.
Well, that's your problem. So that ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? Now, New Year's resolution for Jack State, obviously, I'm Jack State fan, is clearly make adjustments as your plan. My plan is like, damn, can we get some more intensity in offensive line? Can we get some more fire and vigor out of them? That's
your
what I want from them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, think about it. If they could have ran the ball, who knows what? Listen, it's twofold with Jackson State. One, are they committed to running the ball? And two, do they want to run the ball? Because if you run the ball, you take the ball out of Shadour's hands, and then Shadour's not the focal point of that offense anymore. He's just a cog in the wheel and not the wheel. So it all depends on what you're looking for as an offensive coordinator. And from Dion, do you want something to be the center of attention by just handing the ball off every time, or handing the ball off 30 times and throwing the ball 20 times? It who knows? You know what I'm saying? So are they committed to running the ball?
Hey.
But you got a minute and a half left.
Oh damn! On the timer. Hey, real talk though. Okay, so I'm gonna do this real quick then. If like for his son's growth, well, for his growth really, his son has trouble reading defenses right now, or maybe not. He reads pretty good. His pre-snaps pretty good. His post-snap seems to work, and I'm sure he'll tighten that up. You know what I'm saying? Some of that comes with time. As far as running the ball, like there's ways you can throw the ball at somebody. You can take defenses. You still throw the ball, but it's essentially a run, little 3-yard hitches, little screens, crap like that, shovel pass, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's even though it's a run, it's not a run. But before I go, kind of my time on the show, I want to baptize FAMU because when y'all come down to Miami again, we gonna bless y'all with a 40 piece, and I'm out. I'll take it easy way.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Oh man, that was pretty funny. Hey, listen, he said you gonna bless y'all with a 40 piece and baptize y'all with that. Listen, when it comes to Jackson State and their offensive line play, it's twofold. And Coach Harper's talked on this. It's the blocking scheme, right? And then also it's the commitment to running the ball. You have to understand, running the ball is like trying to holler at a girl who don't want you. All right. You gotta wear her down. All right. You gotta wear her down until she's like, you know what, you look kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're all right. That's what running the ball is. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be pretty all the time when you're doing it. All right, but you just gotta commit to it and do it. What you got, Kofi?
Absolutely, man. Just really with the running game, it's physical and it's physical. And you got to be able to understand just different moments and times of blocking schemes. It's literally a hat on a hat. So it's a lot of dirty work when it comes to running the football, and you have to be totally committed. You got to marry the running game. You can't date the running game if you're going to be successful. You have to marry the running game. You have to be all in with the running game in order for your running game to really be effective, because you run it a couple of times, people are not going to respect your run game. And for the record, a tree is known by the fruit that it bears. And so we don't listen to false prophets on the highest of 7 hills at Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University. Jackson State will not be scoring 40 points on FAMU. The end.
Got that. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ford? Talk to us. You live.
Listen, that guy that just called in talking about that offensive lineman that's 6'7". I'm sorry, I think I was just with the offensive lineman that's 6'7" and 260. The kid has good feet. He can play offense and defense. I saw him when he was in high school. That's a big pick. Now, that kid right there can play. He can play
tight end,
center, guard, and tackle.
Ooh, at 6'7". Woo.
Yes, he can, and he can run, and he can play defense. He can play defensive tackle or defensive. He's from Lowndes County High School.
Ooh.
His high school played my high school. That's in our region. I don't know. Can you put up the? I want to tell you something. Could you put up that Alabama State coaching staff again? I was going to tell you about a couple of people. I had a chance to talk to some people.
All right, let me get that for you, Mr. Yeah, I got you, Mr. Ford. Let me get that for you real quick. And turn your background down for me because it's bleeding over just a tad.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Here we go. All right, let me get that here. And I am bringing it up right now, Mr. Ford.
Okay.
Let me know when you can see it.
Okay. Let me see if I can see it.
Sell as one.
I don't see it.
Let
me just
go ahead.
Were you able to pull it up?
Yeah, I pulled it up. It should come up in a little bit. It's a delay. It's delayed on your.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just tell you this. This is what I heard. This is a quality hire right here. This Miles Brandon. I heard a lot of good things about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on different levels. I think he might have been in the black college ranks before, but I was told that that's a good hire. Now, Kofi and them are familiar with this young man right here. Alex Jackson grew up with Willie Simmons. They went to Quincy Shanks together. Willie went to Clemson. He went to the University of Georgia. He played for Mark Richt. Now, I've been told he's a real good, that's a quality hire. I called around about Harry Williams. I found out I did watch him play as a collegiate athlete. He played for Rick Comegys. Had a 4 or 5 year career in the NFL, but nobody could really tell me anything about him as far as him being an offensive coordinator over at Morehouse. They said that the best game that Morehouse had offensively was when they blew out Fort Valley State. But as far as, him being great or bad, nobody really could tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I followed Gregory Ruffin for years. We've already talked about Jacoby Jones and this kid right here, Tracy. He was already on the staff there with the defensive coordinator. They all are familiar with each other. But that's what I'd heard about that. So they said that there are 2 quality hires here. This Alex Jackson, who is a graduate of the University of Georgia, was the offensive coordinator at Florida A&M.
Yeah, that's what
when
Mr.
Willie
Kofi said.
initially came there. He was with Willie at Prairie View. This guy Miles Brandon, I heard some good things about him. But I just wanted to say that I was going to say something. I'm not going to, I know y'all want me to, I saw what Mr. Campbell said, I'm going to slander Rashad McKay. I'm not going to slander Rashad McKay because y'all got an answer to that. Because I done told you now, I feel real good about that kid that y'all got coming from Vanderbilt. Now, by the 4th game, he hadn't taken that position, then I'm going to be worried. But from what I saw, I know you told me Scotty stopped getting so hyped about them huddle film.
Yeah.
But what I got hyped on was his footwork, his vision of the field, and how he commanded the offense that I saw him on. That's what I was hyped about. I saw a QB that could lead fam to great heights. Let me just say this, and I'm going to say this in one sentence. The problem down there at Prairie View is the president. Programs, outstanding football programs, start in the president's office. That lady don't give a damn about football. That's the problem. It ain't no AD, it ain't no alumni and all that. It's the president. Let me tell you something. The reason Billy Joe was so successful at Florida A&M, he had Dr. Frederick Humphreys. The reason that Eddie Robinson was so successful at Grambling, he had Ralph Jones. The reason Big John Merritt and them had all them great years up there at Tennessee State, they had Frederick Humphreys, and before Frederick Humphreys, they had Dr. Davis. It starts in the president's office. That's the problem.
I agree.
That lady is not doing what she's supposed. She could have ended all of this. And let me just say this for y'all. Wear me out about this. I think the world of that lady. That lady was president of Smith College. That's one of the 7 sister schools in the Northeast. She was president of Brown University. She was very good friends with Toni Morrison. That's why that lady Mackenzie Scott gave her them $50 million for Prairie View.
$50 million?
But she gave them. Mackenzie Scott gave Prairie View $50 million. Let me just say this. That lady don't give a damn about no football. That's the problem. At black schools, winning and putting together great football programs, that starts in the president's office. It's all about her. And I guess whenever she gets tired of this foolishness and this chaos and this confusion, she'll name a coach. But it starts in the president's office. Now listen, Scotty, y'all ain't got no questions for me. Y'all slacking on me. Y'all ain't got no questions for me.
No, Mr. Ford, they love when you come on though and you connect the dots for everybody. They love it. They absolutely love it.
And I'm in full agreement. You can't argue with the truth. The truth is the truth.
Listen, let me tell you this. I'm a Grambling graduate, and this guy Hugh Jackson is doing it, man. This guy is doing it, man. He gonna bring us back, and I think he gonna bring us back quicker than I had said. Give him 2 years, and we would strike for the SWAC in 2 years. I think with this talent, this man. Listen, I just found out this week he was the quarterback coach for Matt Leinart.
Yep.
He was the quarterback coach for Carson Palmer.
Yep.
That means he got 2 Heisman trophies under him. You know, I didn't know all of that. I looked at his resume this weekend. Man, we went and got a coach. We couldn't have got no better now. That's what I want to say about Ian right here. Thank you, Ed Reed, for turning down Grambling, because I'm glad we got Hugh Jackson. Y'all have a good night. Okay?
You too, Mr. Ford. Appreciate you. I love it. I love his excitement. Hey, what's up, Coach Green?
I'm glad we got.
Let me turn my volume down.
All
right. Hey, start off. Nobody care about the Cowgirls, bro. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, just because of that, your timer went down 30 seconds. Now I'm playing with you. Go ahead.
Hey, Texas Southern, better defense. Alcorn, just make some improvements and make sure they have a training staff and have shoes like Mr. Hemmingway said. Alabama State, Cross our fingers. FAMU. Let's see who win the quarterback job. If McKay win it, that means McKay made some improvement. He beat up the quarterback from Vanderbilt. Grambling. I'm on the wait and see, but I like what they're doing. Mississippi Valley, keep building what they're doing. Keep building. Jackson State, y'all the 100, so everybody coming for you. So just get some consistency with your offensive line. Get better with your run block and all that. And I hear Alexander coming back, so that might help too. Let me see what else. Because I want to say the best for last. Alabama A&M, get a defense. And Southern, let's put some bass in Scotty voice when he say powerhouse. That's what I want this year.
Bro, you probably won't even be Grambling this year while you playing. But go ahead, continue.
Hey, watch him out. I want to say this. I want to get y'all answer to this, and then I'm out. Because we saw how the reaction was with Travis Hunter. How would y'all? And I'm gonna hang up when I say it.
Okay.
What y'all think the reaction would be if Shamar Stewart flipped to Jackson State?
I appreciate the call, man. I don't know if you heard the question, Kofi. Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, it's going to be just as big. He's not the number one recruit, but to have 2 5-stars at an HBCU is absolutely amazing. It's huge. But at the same time, stars don't play. So, they're going to have to play at the collegiate level. I believe that they'll be good, but I want to see, as Kofi, do he see 5-star running back that's costing FAMU in a few weeks? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. I think it'll be great for HBCU sports because the more that these recruits see these athletes choosing HBCUs, the more of them are going to choose HBCUs. So I think that's going to be a good trend to see. And I think after they get through, no, I'm not going to go after Jackson State tonight. Win them potholes. I'm not going to do it. All right. But I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be good for HBCU football overall. As far as the 5-star that's going to be visiting FAMU, I think that's amazing. Obviously, FAMU gets that guy. That's going to be huge because then you're going to have multiple 5-star players at multiple HBCU institutions. It's going to be a big deal. But he's still going to have to earn that spot, though, because he's got people in front of him that's going to be good. So you got to show me your 5-star.
All right, let me say this, right? And y'all can already say, Scotty, you're a...
Hey.
You can say whatever you want. If you can't block, I don't give a damn if you got a 5-star or not. Like, if you can't block, he can't go nowhere. Okay, like it's only so much you can do if you can't block. All right, so you a 5-star, but the point of football is I can still tackle, I can still get you, and I can still bring you down. So if you can't block, he ain't going nowhere. All right, so I don't give a damn he ain't teleporting. All right.
Look,
so
I'm here to tell you, I think that people, I think 5-stars are great. They're shiny. They're beautiful. They are great from a marketing standpoint. But South Carolina State proved beyond a shadow of a doubt, you don't need anybody with stars behind your name to win a football game. But if you're able to put a hat on a hat consistently, and put fear in the hearts of the people that you play, you will win the game. And that's what happened.
I don't recall me. What I said with James Houston is simple, that Bama's didn't scheme. All right. And I haven't broken down the Celebration Bowl film, but I can tell you for a shadow of a doubt, South Carolina State schemed up some stuff for James Houston, make sure he didn't wreak havoc. All right. So I'll say that right now. All right. Tony Young, you're up, and then Q. Quince, you're up next. Hey, Tony, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up? I'm PV alumni. And I called in because y'all going in on us today.
when it comes to, let me address this first. When it comes to Dr. Simmons, President Simmons, first of all, she's a very competitive lady. So she wants the sports teams to be competitive. And she attends games and everything. Is it high on her priority? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, her priority, yes, is bringing money to PV and strengthening our academics, which since he's been there, I mean, our endowment has probably almost doubled. Okay. So I don't think Dr. Simmons is the problem. She's the type of lady. She hires people. She has an AD. She expects him to do his job.
Here's my problem with that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so my problem with that is you hired a committee to hire your AD. All right. But nobody on the committee was really adept or familiar with athletics. So how are they going to be able to decipher who's going to be right for your institution just simply based off of a resume? So apparently you got somebody in that AD position that your president doesn't back.
Hold on. Don't finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said that's not true. When we was looking for a new AD, it started with a search committee first. That search committee narrowed down the list of candidates, and it went to a committee that was put together full of alumni. It had coaches on there. It had people from the community. It was a wide range of people on there. And she said narrow it down to 3 candidates. Once they got that 3 candidates, then she chose a person. At the time, like I mentioned before, PV was facing compliance issues. We had compliance. And so Dr. Reed, when he was at Buffalo and at his other places, he was in control of that. He had programs that had been performing at a high level for APR. So I think ultimately that's why he was chosen, because he specialized in that.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you on that point. My point is when it comes to, and this is my theory, when it comes to, I want to say compliance. Compliance is more, for me, a university-wide issue. It's an administrative issue because the school's job is to educate the students, whether they be student athletes or just regular students that are looking to obtain a degree. So the school administration has to have more skin in the game to provide the necessary resources so that your athletic programs or your athletes are able to excel at that level. You know, if you got all these millions of dollars, some of those millions need to be for your athletes to be able to get the tutoring, to get the resources that they need to get to the next level. That being said, when was the season over? The season ended Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, the season ended Thanksgiving weekend. We are after Christmas. We are going into the new year, and Prairie View still does not have a coach. She might be a good academician, but you can't say that athletics is a priority right now, and it just is what it is. It just is. And until that changes, you're gonna be dealing with the same level of measure of mediocrity.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
I'll say I'll agree with you on this. And but I want to also, the alumni are raising hell. You guys may not see anything going at PV, but trust me, their PV alumni base is raising hell right now and trying to figure out what's going on. There's been all kinds of rumors. I don't know. The latest thing I heard was that something about the hiring process or whatever is being revamped or something. I don't know. I don't really want to spread rumors like that, but that I will agree with you on. And I will just say that the alumni, because I think it was mentioned, the alumni don't care. No, the alumni base, I will stand on that. The alumni base is raising hell. And emails and communications have been sent to Dr. Simmons and Dr. Reed. So it is a concern, and it does not make any sense why we don't have a coach, but I'm going to stick through in the hope that something happens soon.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, Tony.
I'm happy for that, man. And tell T'Challa I said hello.
Hey, listen, This is how this is gonna go. Quincy is a member, 3,000. You're up next. Then Deputy Mario, you're up next. All right. So it goes in by who came in first in the call line. So just because you keep dropping your number in there, don't mean you're gonna skip the line. All right. Now listen, if you're not a member, you would like to skip the line. Cash App $20 to she's gonna put it in her in the chat. She's gonna put it in the chat. All right. Not to me. Don't cash app my don't cash app mine because I use my phone, so I ain't gonna get it. So don't look at it. All right. Don't send it to me because I ain't gonna see it. So
don't cash app my
hey Q, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, big dog.
What's up,
man? I'm a question for you, Scotty. Man, I'm a Prairie View A&M fan, not an alumni. I'm just when is the deadline to put your official application in for the NCAA bandwagon transfer portal? Because this is ridiculous. Hey, man, appreciate the alumni for calling in, try to give some type of perspective. But brother, I mean, let's be real. November 27th is when the rumors that when they played Mississippi Valley State, that Dooley was going to leave Southern.
Mm-hmm.
That's November 27th. That was everyone knew. By Jackson State, everyone knew that Dooley was gone. Everyone knew, and to include the media and as well as like everyone. So, bro, that's when they say athletics is a priority. It's not, because if you take a look at the athletic model of the Power Fives. Usually football makes up to 60% of the revenue, and then basketball, baseball, it makes up the other 40%. And usually your football is your moneymaker for all of your other programs.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Hemmingway said it right when he said that they too busy sucking off that big bosom of Texas A&M system. And so the money is coming in because you have to understand that Texas A&M system has 11 schools within that program. Well, within their Texas A&M system.
Mm-hmm.
Prairie View A&M is the only school that has its own board of directors. All the other 10 schools have to go to Texas A&M, so they get special treatment as well as money-wise. So when I say athletics is a priority, it's not. Let's keep 100. That's all I got, man.
Hey, Q, appreciate the call, man. Thanks so much.
All right, take it, man.
Man, he sound hurt. He sound big hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Look, man, I'm a firm believer that everything points back to leadership. Leadership has to take ownership of whatever dysfunctional matters that are going. I mean, if you're the decision maker for your institution, for you to not have a plan in place, for you to not have a top 3, for you to not have somebody contingency plan in the event that something goes wrong, it's just absolutely absurd. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, got you.
And unacceptable.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. All right, let me get Deputy Mario in here real quick. Hey, what's up, Deputy Mario? You live?
Oh man, that's gonna be
Deputy Mario. You live?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Talk to me. Timer's on.
Yo, Scotty, Mr. Hemmingway. What's going on?
What's good?
All right. Shout out to sister-in-law off script. I love what the SWAC is doing. I mean, it is a beautiful thing to see everybody upgrade. So I'm really happy to see about that. But my focus is with Jackson State. Jackson State must not overlook the SWAC this year because no game is guaranteed. Everybody is upgraded. Everybody has become better. They must focus on FAMU for the Orange Blossom Classic, because if they are looking at 2022 Celebration Bowl, they'll have a couple slip-ups. So this season here, with so many upgrades and so many moving parts, you can't overlook anybody. And that's my focus right there. So because of Celebration Bowl, FAMU must catch all the heat for that.
Let me ask you this, Deputy Mario. As a Jackson State fan, do you like the Orange Blossom Classic, having the 2 top teams play each other in the beginning of the season, or would you rather see it later in the season?
I think later. I think you give everybody a chance to get their feet up under them, because if you looked at last year, FAMU didn't have their feet up under them, and neither did Jackson State.
So if you play that game toward the back half of the season, both teams are at their full strength, and then you really get a chance to see who really comes out of that slugfest as a true winner.
That's real. Anything else you got, Deputy Mario, before I let you go?
That's it, man. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man, and I'm loving the show. And I got my membership back.
Yeah, I saw that. Appreciate it. All right, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Y'all be good, man.
All right, man. Too easy.
Appreciate you.
I wish more people were as excited to get their membership back. Gotta love Deputy Mario, man. Gotta love him. All right, let me see. 8271. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Scotty, what's happening, bro?
What's up, man? Timer's on.
I was calling, man, just to kind of add my 2 cents, man. I love where the SWAC is going, but I kind of wanted to put emphasis, man, on 3 teams. One being FAM, Alabama A&M, and Grambling.
Talk to me.
First and foremost, Grambling is Grambling wasn't bad, man. A lot of people think Grambling was bad last year. They really wasn't bad. They just had a lot of turmoil down there. And, you know, sometimes, man, with change, man, when you bring new energy, new vibes, man, them kids' mentality go to another level. And I think some of the issues that they had in Grambling can actually be fixed overnight with the exception of course, their facility issue, man. But if they can kind of be successful this year, man, and kind of get the mentality going in the right direction, I think it'll get a lot of people involved. And lastly, their coaching staff, man, Q being down there is going to make a huge difference. And that's the part of the problem, man, in the SWAC. Now, Alabama A&M, man, in my opinion, man, one of the better coaches in the SWAC, man. If he can plug 1 or 2 holes on defense, man, and he can solidify that quarterback position, Alabama A&M University is going to be hell to pay. And if FAM can rectify their quarterback situation, can solidify who their quarterback is going to be, man, earlier than later, they're going to make some noise. So while I know the expectation is for Jackson State to come in and make all that noise because recruits clearly being able to coach played a factor because of that shit show, man, that they put on in Atlanta, man. I think a lot of people are going to pay attention to that.
Yes.
You can have all the 4 or 5 stars in the world, but if you can't put that shit together, bro, you can get your ass exposed. And that's what I think that FAM, Alabama A&M, and Grambling have working for them. So if they can plug those holes or rectify those few off-season issues, those 3 schools scare me more than damn Jackson State does.
That's
and,
real.
And reason being is because Jackson State showed you who they are. They're going to get recruits. But from the spring all the way up until now, ain't shit changed about them. So when you start talking about schemes, they haven't shown anything other than what they've shown all year long. And it's hard to change a scheme, bro, over the summer. It's hard enough just to implement it. But to change it and be comfortable with it on that level, I just don't see them going away from what they're doing. So if those 3 coaches from FAM, Grambling, and A&M get their shit together, they scare me more than Jackson, and them motherfuckers gonna be hell to pay. All 3 of them.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, my boy.
Take care.
All right. Hey, what do you got to say to that, Kofi? Man, listen, I totally agree. Go ahead.
I'm in total agreement. I think that, obviously that Alabama A&M game, like Jackson State's not 40 points better than Alabama A&M. A&M just went out there and laid an egg. And Jackson State played their best game of the year from an emotional standpoint. But they didn't reach that peak again the rest of the year, and it showed just even in their performance, just in the Celebration Bowl. So I think that Southern proved that they were beatable. FAMU was 1 point away. I think that South Carolina State showed that they were beatable and demonstrated how to get that thing done. So I haven't seen necessarily a whole lot in their recruitment that's going to say otherwise, but man, Grambling is building a squad, bro. They already have a winning culture down there, and you add ballers to that squad, boom. There's a couple more pieces, obviously, up front that they're going to have to fix if they're going to really make that championship overhaul or make that championship transition. But they weren't far away from that. I mean, they lost by 4. As I stated earlier, they lost by 4 to Alcorn. They beat Southern. They beat Texas Southern, the up-and-coming team. So, and that was with mediocre quarterback play. Then you got a quarterback guru that's going to be your head coach, bro. They're going to be all right.
I mean, and what a lot of Jackson State fans, of course, they're going to jump in like, what game you've been watching? What is this? What is that? But let's be real. Like, you lost to Valley by 9. you know, like you beat Fam by 1. You were down to Southern by 10. Like, I mean, like you for what you like. All it goes back to say is this, because you guys are. You're emotional. If you look at it strictly football, all we're literally saying is that the only team that capitalized on all your weaknesses and finished the job was South Carolina State. That's it. That's the only team that could capitalize on all your deficiencies and made it so prevalent. Like, you're just like, damn, like Scotty was right. They can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. But you've always overcame your deficiencies. So when you won the game, you'll sit back and say, well, we won, Scotty. What's wrong? I'm like, but you still have deficiencies. Like, you have issues on your squad, but you were too blind to see it. And then South Carolina State walks in, and then they show you which all your deficiencies were. And then all you're going to say is, well, you know what, Scotty, you know that. So just miss me with that, man. Real talk. Just miss me with that. Let me take this caller, because I know what this caller gonna say, but I'm gonna take it. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. I don't disagree with what you just said though. Like, yeah, Jackson State had deficiencies, and and South Carolina State exposed them. There's no dispute about that. But like how y'all talking, like the last dude just called, man, he all wrong. He said, from the spring to now, Jackson State ain't make no adjustments. Like, if you go watch the spring in 2020, like, they wasn't like two linebackers over the center. They weren't running that style. Like, even that FAMU game, FAMU wasn't even expecting the defense they had ball, so they couldn't even block it up because they had never seen it before. And Willie Simmons said we had went back and looked at it was on the offense though. It was like we had went back and looked at the offense coordinator games from the past, and I'm pretty sure he did the same for the defense. Like, to me, I thought they switched the whole defense up. Like, I didn't see them in the spring running like two linebackers over the center and like that whole style.
So let me ask you a question: is that an adjustment or a scheme?
It's a scheme, no doubt.
Okay, so scheme, they just didn't.
The caller said,
"Go ahead."
Oh, it's hard to implement a scheme in the summer. How? They do it all the time. They get new coaches come in all the time and they adjust.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, Jackson State had been running that scheme with their practice squad the entire, I would say, since the spring, because a lot of those players did come in the spring. They just weren't eligible to play. So they had been running this game. They just hadn't run it in a game.
But don't that count?
The thing about what I'm going to say is the thing about schemes that people do adjust. So it's going to be interesting to see what wrinkles they come up with for next fall, because they're going to need to upgrade it, and they're going to need to upgrade the execution.
No doubt about it. And I ain't know, Scott, I ain't talked to you since they lost.
I know you haven't. I know you haven't, because you sure did call me for Alabama A&M. Sure did call in for that game, but you went missing. No. Oh, ain't no chill.
Oh, chill, bro. You doing too much.
Ain't no do too much.
Oh, can I talk?
Go ahead.
Can I talk though? God,
go ahead.
Oh, I called Alabama A&M and I told you, like, I said I wasn't even gonna put it on you like that because you know what it was. But it's like this. Now we can agree Jackson State wasn't 40 points better than Alabama A&M. But why is it a different story? Can y'all agree that South Carolina State ain't 21 points?
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. Everybody knows Jackson State was a better team. Like, what are you talking about?
Except for Kofi and Fox News.
No, I just like fucking with y'all, man. I like messing with y'all because, you know, people was getting thrown off. They was getting thrown all over the field.
There you go.
So, I get it. But
yeah,
look,
so we just messing with you. But at the same time, let me say this from a team and a fan base that took like 14 straight mollywoppings from South Carolina State. 14. You know, I've seen that whole picture show before, which is why just the week before the game, you know, I gave that whole breakdown of what to kind of like expect. I think that Dion was doing a lot of press conferences, but he wasn't preparing his team.
I agree. Listen. I agree. They was our coach. To me, as Scotty, you had said it. I didn't like how Dion he slick kind of put it on the team, like the players, he gonna get better players, which he's doing. But that game to me was all on coaching. Like, bro, you got damn. They took, but if you took out of school, offense, I was at the game. Like,
me
too. The offense was disgusting. Like for real, like I was highly disappointed, man. But man, look, I'm looking forward to next year. I'm gonna be at the Orange Blossom Classic, and I just want to say this, I'm gonna get off. Hemmingway, man, Mr. Hemmingway, man, you keep the same energy next year.
Whoa.
Scott for the HBCU.
Hold on, Ryan. Hold up, bro. I'm not going to listen. You can't come over here and talk about keep the same energy when you win a whole week. I done had about 4 live shows. I ain't heard nothing from you.
Man, because you've been doing the most. I ain't even want to, because I hit you with emotional and all that. I ain't have time for that. I ain't have time for that.
But yet still.
Like, shout out, real talk, shout out to Sacramento State, though. Shout out to them boys. They did what they did.
It's real funny how you put 60 on Alabama A&M. You call in, like you said, you ain't give me no dirt, but you still called in. You see what I'm saying? I can't. Okay, so all I needed the same energy was you to call in on the same day, because I know I was at the game, you was at the game, so I know you was watching the post game show. If you didn't watch it, I know
you were doing too much that day.
No, Ryan, no, because if you would have won, would you have called in? That's a yes or no.
I would have.
That's my point. You ain't keep that same energy, so don't give that energy. Don't tell nobody else to keep this. Keep your energy. We gonna keep your energy. When you lose, you don't call in. When you win, you call in. We'll keep that energy. All right, that's the energy we keep it.
FAMU, and here's what I'm gonna say: FAMU's gonna show up. We gonna talk our noise, but if we lose, we'll be back talking the same ish. Straight up.
Yeah. Okay.
But y'all not winning in Miami this year. So get your mind right.
What?
He said y'all not winning in Miami. He said y'all not winning in Miami. Get your mind right. Hey, appreciate the call, Ryan.
Like I say, that's all I'm saying. I just keep that. Just keep that.
No, we gonna keep your energy. We gonna keep your energy.
Know the scope. Hey, Scotty.
What's up?
Real talk, Scotty. You ain't I know you know say y'all in the off season, but Aubrey Miller coming back. That's a storyline, right?
Hey, the storyline for my channel. I think Keontae was the better player, but that's neither here nor there.
Me too. I agree too, but that was a leader.
I give you that. Yeah, I give you that. Hey, but appreciate the call though, Ryan. Keep that same energy next year. Call in, win or lose.
Oh, you know it.
All right, peace. Talk about I'm gonna call. Boy, you ain't even call in. Oh man, these whole. Oh, let me see. Okay. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Petty to get me.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Ron, you live.
Yo, what's up?
What's
I
up?
didn't even know his names, man. I thought one of those numbers were next, man.
Nah, you good, man.
Shoot, let me give a shout out to y'all too, man. I want to be real honest. I know me and Scotty, we talked a while back on the private scene about my YouTube page and everything. Kofi, thank you for following, subscribing to my YouTube. I'm just, for fans that don't know me, name Ron Bridge, went to FAMU. I cover HBCU experience game days at FAM. But I like to say thank you for you, Scotty, because I know you say you do a lot of interviews with players and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. So, from another black man to you, thank you. I got a couple of newcomers to FAMU. I got the JUCO linebacker coming.
That's what's up.
And I got one of the offensive linemen coming on my show, and I got a Xavier Smith coming on my show. So I want to thank you, Scotty, for helping me out.
No problem,
giving me
man.
Advice, making me get that push, man. That's what I want to say. And Kofi, thank you for subscribing to my page. You probably don't know me, but we probably done passed each other like 1,000 times. You just didn't know each other. So Kofi, thank you too.
Well, show me some love next time we see each other, man.
I got you. Oh yeah, about these New Year's resolution, man. I'm gonna get with Grambling, make sure they get a meal plan, because them boys eat cereal. So Hugh Jackson, man, he gotta get them boys on the meal plan. Steak, potatoes. Feed them some glizzy, some hot dogs, man. Get them boys buffed up, man, because they were looking kind of skimp. They were looking at 636. They ain't know how to act. They was like, damn, she done put some weight on. Shoot, how can we put weight on, Coach? She putting a whole lot of weight on.
Boy, you
good
stupid.
down here in Tallahassee.
Boy, you stupid.
Shoot, man. Bethune, man. I don't think they just need to get some grass on their campus. Mississippi Valley State, they just need to get a turf field. Southern, they need to finish games. Jackson State, they just need to come up with they need to change their game plan. If they change their game plan every game, they would have won more games by at least 21 points. They would have won a lot more games by 21 points. I'm trying to think. Yeah, FAMU, my school, special teams. We need to get a whole lot of special teams something going on out there. Quarterback play. That's probably the only thing. And Scott, I got a question for you.
All right. You got 5 seconds left.
For special teams, would you think some of the starters, not the elite starters, but some of the starters could play special teams through cover to do help or dealt with the special teams to help them out? But that's all I got to say.
Hey, appreciate the call, man. First of all, shout out to you for keep grinding, keep doing your thing on your YouTube channel. And listen, guys, I know I take shots at a lot of other YouTubers, but listen, I'm an open book, man. Listen, I couldn't have got here without somebody else helping me cut HBCU Spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Blue, we all help each other. So I have no problem to answer a question. All I ask is give me my credit. All right. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? I steal stuff from people all the time. Like Blue does some of my thumbnails. I'm like, shout out to Blue for doing my thumbnail. Like, that's disrespectful to me if I get help and don't shout out the person I got help from. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. Just give me my credit. All right. For all you Bamas out there interviewing players now. All right. Know who started this thing. All right. When it wasn't popular and I was doing it. All right, go back to the spring. But anyway, a lot of teams do not like to put starters on their special teams because they don't want them to get hurt on a special teams play. But I like to do certain positions like gunners. I like to use some pretty good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you get it, but you don't want your players to get hurt on special teams though, man. Like you don't want your team to go down like that, like a top player and stuff like that. Nah, I'm not going with that.
One of the things that I will tell you is Joe Taylor did an excellent job when he was coaching at Hampton and even coaching at FAMU of making sure that our special teams had the best possible players out there. And it showed, and we were able to score a record number of touchdowns with the special teams game with Leroy Van because we had the right personnel out there. And, we were just better than the teams that we were facing. So I get both sides of it, but you have to, like you, I'm kind of like in the middle with that. And I just believe that you can properly scheme and make sure that you are in position to for your team to make plays on a consistent basis. I mean, even Alabama got burned with the wrong personnel grouping when they play. I think it was Auburn that time in the Iron Bowl when that dude kicked that field goal and it landed short, and then Auburn ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But all they had was linemen in the game. They didn't have special teams in there, so they couldn't run that boy down.
I'm gonna say this, Antoine. You must be new to the channel, my boy, because I get on everybody. Okay, so do you try to cover for these horrible teams? I'm not. Listen, bro. I've given Kofi so much slack on. Oh, Devon, come back. I was just about to answer your phone call. Please call back. Devon Wilmington, please call back. Yeah, man. Like I give call. Man, listen. I give these Bamas the business all the time, so you got to be new to the channel, my boy. And you sound like a Jackson State fan. That's some shit.
These jokers just extra sensitive, man. We go back and forth with Rashawn, and I defend Rashawn McKay because Rashawn McKay is my quarterback, but I'm not ill to the fact that he needs to improve his play. But FAMU didn't need him to be a superstar QB to win the game, and he still doesn't need to be a superstar Mahomes-like QB to win the game. But his game is going to improve in the spring. This guy works incredibly hard. And if you stand next to him, he's huge. His hands are huge. He's got a huge arm. He just needs to learn just a little bit more of the nuances of the game. And this young man is going to do it because he's just that intense. And they're not going to hand the job over to the transfer QBs that are coming into the highest of Seven Hills. So it's going to be a real competition, because even with McKay, we had 2 freshmen that are going to be just, full of competition for McKay as well. So it's going to be a highly competitive environment.
David, where are you at, bro? Sound like you in the airport.
Bro, I'm not in the airport. I'm in the car. I just left out of work, bro. My bad, bro.
What's up? Talk to me.
Oh, man. I'm just getting my little resolutions for the 2022 year for flag football.
All right, you got your timer's on.
I didn't.
Yeah, I say your timer's on.
All right. Okay, Alabama State. Hey, I need him to find me a house. Alabama A&M. I need him to get a defensive line. Florida A&M, Fairview. Pretty much stay, be consistent with your quarterback play. All-car, basically be consistent with your defense. Southern, stay consistent with your O-line. Hopefully the dude don't crash the car. Let's see, Grambling. I love what he was doing down there. Valley they doing major work with the limited resources that they have. They can keep that up. Texas Southern, Andrew Body, and find a defense. And Jackson State, we need consistent online players. We need online, and please, we need to find some more DBs that will not get cooked on the back end. I'm sorry to say this, but Shiloh is not the deal right now.
Hey, all right, appreciate the call, David. All right, man.
Sorry, man.
That boy said, how you talking trash? And he said you flying across. Hey, Book, you stupid. You stupid. Book, you stupid. Oh, man. That was funny. All right, last 3 callers, all right? 0986-9868, and Bud, you're last, all right? We're going to end with you, Bud, all right? Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Timer's on.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Talk to me. Timer's on.
Yeah, no problem. So real quick, it's gonna be hard for JSU next year. It really is, because everybody has stepped their game up. Also, before I begin, we them boys. Deck attack. Zeke is back. We got Amari Cooper, Vanna Esch, Tony Romo on commentary, Michael Smith on commentary. We them boys.
Something wrong with you. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I know. But they're gonna have a hard time and stuff, and I don't see them running away in the sweat. But hey, anything can happen. Also, will PV please get a damn head coach? Shit, we out here, we just waiting. Please, somebody tell them to choose a damn head coach. We already.
All right. Yeah. I gave him the -2. We just keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Timer's on.
Yo, all right. How much time I got real quick?
You got 3 minutes.
All right, that's cool. Hey, yeah, this Calvin again. I had to call it again. But we'll talk about serious question. Have you really thought about getting into journalism?
What? What'd you say?
Have you really thought about getting into journalism for real? Putting what you thinking on pen and paper?
Oh, hell no, I'm not writing nothing. Do you hear me? Listen, writing is not my forte.
Hey, listen, I think all of us agree that you got a gift, and all of us tune in this here for a reason. I mean, I can see some reviews of each game coming down. I think it makes you more credible. That's off the subject. I mean, 'cause you already got a team together. You already got Blue. You got Cut. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, my boy, like, I'm not. Listen, writing is not it for me. Okay, I'm credible because the SWAC office know who I am, and they trying to. You know, I'm not gonna go there. My girl gave me the look. Okay, I'm not. Listen, all I know is I'm credible. All right, listen, I'm gonna say that I'm credible. All right, we'll leave it at that. I'm credible.
All right, cool. Now you said you're Captain Petty, right?
Yep, all day, every day.
Well, fuck this shit. I'm a motherfucking major. You the Army, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Army.
Major Petty. I'm fucking around, man. Hey, let's talk though. For both of y'all questions, I think it makes more sense to move the Orange Blossom Classic out of Miami and move it to Atlanta, where it's closer to both schools. I think you get better attendance, it's indoors, you get better weather. You know what I'm saying? To me, that makes more sense for the future.
All right, appreciate the call, man. What? Talk to me about that, Kof. Moving the Orange Blossom Classic to Atlanta. Talk about it. Talk about it. I like it. Now I know
it can't happen, and here's why: because the MEAC SWAC Challenge is up there. I think that same week.
Oh, it is. It is.
So the 100 Black men have already blocked that game off. In order for FAMU and Jackson State to play in Atlanta, it would have to take place sometime in October or November. You know, which would still work. I think the game would work. Just for the record, there was a proposal a few years back in 2018 in Willie Simmons' first year for FAMU to play Jackson State in Atlanta, but a whole bunch of rigmarole happened and it just didn't happen. So c'est la vie. I think it will, but not before they play in Tallahassee in 2023. So after that, if Jackson State wants to move the game to Atlanta, then it's a done deal. But I don't know why they would do it because they've already got a stadium that holds 60-some-odd thousand people. So
I listen.
I
wouldn't. I've been to Miami. I've been to so I first-hand experience. I like
FAMU and Jackson State in Atlanta would be incredible. It would be 70,000 plus.
Yeah, I like Atlanta better, man. The stadium was better.
I mean, I know it would be win-win.
Yeah,
just for that. But people need to also understand that when you put on a classic game, you're not just dealing with, okay, we got people, we got tickets. You have to pay for those tickets. You have to pay for the stadium, which is $400,000 at one time.
That's, I mean, for what you're.
So you sell the tickets.
Dr. Lori said Orange Blossom is historic, but then I have to be honest, the environment
is historic. It is the oldest, good. But at the same time, unless these ticket sales go up through the roof, and it should sell out, Miami's got to step up to the plate. South Florida's got to step up to the plate. Jackson State's fans showed up in a major way, and FAMU's fans showed up in a major way, but the community was not as involved in the game. For me, that like they should have been. I mean, even with the parade, you had a parade with no Miami marching bands in the darn parade. I'm sitting up there like Carroll City wasn't in the parade, Miami Northwestern wasn't in the parade. That's just a sign of stuff. And then you had the Battle of the Bands at an outdoor event in Miami during hurricane season. It's like crazy. Florida's the lightning capital of the world. So having that event outside was just not smart. It needs to be in the Miami arena. But I think that the game still, with all of that being said, has an opportunity to sell out. And obviously, if you get 70,000 plus, we're not going to have this issue in regards to it. You know,
I want to talk about this before I'm gonna take a couple more calls, but I want to talk about this. What likelihood do you see the COVID shutting down the basketball season? Because it looks very. I mean,
bruh, I'm interested with the way this thing is going. You know, people need to. You know, I talked with a number of people that have not taken their darn vaccinations yet, and I'm just dumbfounded by that at this day and age. You know, just really with that. And so it's possible that we could be back into a whole scenario again with another lockdown if we're not careful. Mm-hmm. So people, please do what you got to do. And, you know, everybody's body is different. So I understand people's fears in regards to vaccinations. Some people had adverse reactions to the medication. I'm not talking about that. But to answer your question, it definitely could happen.
All right. Hey, what's up, bud? Talk to me. You're live. Timer's on.
What up, Scott? Hey,
What's
Mr.
good?
Hemmingway? Hey,
What's up?
it's been a long off season already. But this, hey, I got to get right into it because we know we got the time on Scotty Bates, like I like to call you, because you just like Skip Bates when he talking about LeBron James. Any little thing we do, you going to get on our back. And you always group all the Jack State fans up in one group, one big emotional ball. We're going to take this. We're going to take it on the chin. But this is what I want to tell you and Mr. Hemmingway, especially Mr. Hemmingway, who's been throwing a lot of slick shots, I see, every time he get a chance. Don't forget, we beat y'all first game of the season. And don't do too much talking because we got y'all coming up again at the beginning of the season. And I'm not going to let you forget all this little off-season talk you've been doing, Mr. Hemmingway. I'm not going to let you get away with it. We're going to see you very soon. You do remember you next on schedule, right?
Jesus, boy.
He said you do realize.
Philly Tigers, tricks are for kids, people. Tricks are for kids. Let me tell y'all something. All right. So I grew up practically in Jackson. My family is from Mississippi. So my roots run deep in Jackson. Used to live off of Hanging Moss and 411 Hanging Moss Circle. So cousins went to Callaway High School. I love Jackson. I love Jackson State till they play FAMU. So just for the record, I'm very familiar with the region. My aunts, I got tons of family that go there. I'm good friends with Dow Taylor, Ira Vaughn, who was a drum major there. So I've been talking trash with Jackson State since I was born. My mom went to Alcorn, so you know how she feel about y'all. So it is what it is. It's going to be a good game. And I'm not, it's going to be a good game. FAMU has something to prove because we got to beat y'all. And that's just the bottom line. And I believe it's going to happen this year. So you can expect a lot of trash talk between now and September and Labor Day weekend.
Hey, but you know what? To be honest, I was telling my homeboy, we was talking about this the other day. In all sincerity, I am glad that in the first season that they didn't just blow everybody out. And it was even really good, to be honest, for the SWAC as a whole standpoint, that they went and lost to South Carolina because it seemed like it's some parity in the league. And so now the whole league is getting excited again for the next season. And that's what we want, man. We want SWAC football to be noticed and be on ESPN. Because if it's just one team dominating, then it's only going to be one team being seen. So I'm happy about all the off-season talk that's been going on. This is probably not even a problem. It's the most off-season talk for the SWAC football in my entire life. And I'm 39. I know I ain't maybe not as old as some people, but I've never seen this much off-season talk about SWAC football coaches, SWAC football recruiting, SWAC who gonna play when. Well, it's always, because I'm from Jackson, it's always been, all right, we'll play Jack State and Alcorn when it's Jack State and Alcorn time. Other than that, it's season over. So, man, I'm excited for the next season, Scotty. Hey, I'm excited for your platform because you're able to still be able to get viewers and the season's been over for a couple of weeks. Hey, man, let's keep this momentum going, man. If we don't do nothing else, maybe we can make the SWAC a powerhouse. Maybe not like the SEC, but it is only the SEC and nobody else in the South. So if we can become their little brother, or maybe they equal brother.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bud. I like that. I like that comparison, man. Hey, appreciate the call, though. All right. We're going to take one more. I'm going to do somebody that hasn't called in. Hey, 8271, go ahead and hang up. You already called in. All right. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. 2269, you live. Talk to me. Yeah, what's up? You live.
Yeah, the guy that called earlier, man. Forget the becoming a little brother, man. F all that, man. We got the spotlight. Let's go for the gusto, man. Let's get it popping. I want the smoke. I'm a Grambling night, so whoever want to call in, let's get it popping now, man. I'm feeling confident. We got a quarterback. We getting linemen. I like JSU, but, man, the swag is all over, man. Let's take it back. So that's all I got to say, man. Big brother shit. Let's go.
Hey, appreciate it. Man, short, sweet, to the point. I like that. Hey, man, appreciate you guys for calling in and being part of the show. Hey, and also, let me get some of these announcements before I get Mr. Kofi. Make sure you go over to the podcast. All right, go leave a review. Leave a review. If you like it, say you like it. If you hate it, say you hate it. Just leave a review. All right. Also, Bandwagon Signing Day. All right, sponsored by okay. Bandwagon Signing Day for me is January 3rd. If you want to be a part of it, you want to call in, switch your teams, that's cool as well. Where I can make it a family affair. Bandwagon Signing Day. All right. And also, Andrew Buddy, people want to do interviews. Get this one. All right. Copy this one. All right. Andrew Body's going to be here live in effect January 5th. Make sure you put it in your Google calendars, baby. All right. Go ahead and tell them about your bow strike bow zone. Mister.
It's the O&G strike zone. Once again, it's the O. See, you one of them people that be putting raisins in the potato salad, sitting up there messing with people and stuff like that. It's the O&G. It's the O&G strike zone on Wednesdays at 8:00 p.m. We're not going to be on this Wednesday, but we will be back at the new year.
All right, no bowling strike zone this Wednesday. All right, bowling strike zone next Wednesday. And are you you're competing with me with Andrew Body? Listen, you might want to change that time slot. All right, I want to be very clear. You might want to change that time slot because it might.
Hey, we gonna work it out, bro. We gonna work it out.
It's gonna be good. People
bring Andrew Body on. We all talk. How about that?
You might have two people on that Jake. They be like, hey man, we gonna just go ahead and head on out. We just gonna go watch the Andrew Body Jake. All right, and last but not least, hold on. Let me see what I got here. Dang, what is going on with my computer? Okay, here we go. All right, let me see. And then last but not least, guys, I just need you to know I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. But sometimes, we as a group need to come together and participate, right? So once again, I see face everywhere where I go, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them? Whoo! Tell me, have you seen them? Hey, listen, see something, say something, okay? If you got me on Instagram or Twitter, if you finally see these Bamas, all right, if you finally see these Bamas do a show talking about what happened at the Celebration Bowl, the after party, all right, please reach out to me. I want to see that video. Y'all tag me in a lot of crap, okay? I get tagged in a lot of crap. Tag me in that. All right. Once again, one more time for the people in the back. I see your face everywhere where I go, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them? Whoo! Tell me, have you seen them? That's what it is. What's up, man? Give some criteria. Okay, criteria for Bandwagon Day. Thank you, my COO. My lovely COO for giving that. All right, listen, criteria for Bandwagon Day. You got to call in, say who you were with and where you're going to. All right, who you were with and who you're going to. All right, that's the criteria for Bandwagon Day. Oh, how can they win me over? Oh, please send all paraphernalia. All right, slut me out with merch. All right, listen, if you want to know what slutting me out and merch look like, reach out to Dr. Lori Wilson. She can tell you exactly what being a booster for the channel looks like. All right. She's a straight booster. I love her so much. She hooked me up with the good stuff. I still love that fam I had on.
Hubba Lori. Dr. Lori.
Yeah, Dr. Lori Wilson. And you said what? Jeremiah said what? Oh, man, God, dog. Like back like when I first started in the fall. Like she was like, yo, you need a timer. And I was like, nah, I don't want to put no timer on people. And then y'all Bamas just started getting more and more long-winded. And I'm like,
you got to put a timer on black people like the funeral and cut them off. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. And also, if you like to advertise on the channel, if you like to sponsor a video or advertise on your channel, your business, local business, lawyer office, dentist office, whatever, please reach out to support@itsoffscript.com. Support@itsoffscript.com. We'll give you our rates and our fees. Listen, it ain't cheap. All right, so don't listen. This it ain't cheap. All right, I just want to let that be fair. I ain't gonna break your pockets. All right, but it ain't cheap. All right, once again, you can catch my man Kofi on the Bowling Strike Zone, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday in the new year. All right, and you know where you can catch me at right here on Mondays with my man Kofi Hemmingway.
He like Creflo Dollar. He on every day.
I really am. I really am. Listen. This is my thing. All right. So one more time for the people in the back. We saw your face everywhere we went, on the street or even at the picture show. Have you seen them? Woo! Tell me, have you seen them? Hey, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.